So this whole time, I thought that I was investing, right? And I wasn't. I was basically using my Roth IRA as a savings account. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to invest your Roth IRA into index funds. At the beginning of the video, I'm going to talk about things like what is a Roth IRA, what's the difference between a mutual fund and a money market, and then the story of how I thought I was investing for an entire year, but I actually wasn't. And then at the end of it, I'll go through step by step, actually in Fidelity, and show you how I invest my Roth IRA. Before we start everything, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I make videos like this every week about budgeting, personal finance, paying off debt. So if any of that sounds interesting, make sure you're subscribed. So first, what is a Roth IRA? If you're watching this video, you may already know what it is, but just in case, I'll explain it to you. A Roth IRA is a special retirement account where you pay taxes on money going into your account, and then all future withdrawals are tax-free. Roth IRAs are best when you think your taxes will be higher in retirement than they are right now. So typically, younger people get a Roth IRA because it should be as you go further into your careers, you'll start making more money. So typically, younger people have Roth IRAs. And that's what I have. So I set up a Roth IRA when I started a new job, and I moved money from an old retirement account, and I did a rollover Roth IRA to get it into Fidelity. And so when I moved that money over using the rollover Roth IRA, I then converted that money into a Roth IRA. And that's where that money sat for a good year in the Roth IRA. And I didn't contribute anything to it because I was focused on other financial goals, which may or may have not been a good decision. That's not the point of this video, but I just let that money sit there, and I thought like, oh, it's in a Roth IRA, so I'm investing now. And little did I know, I was not investing. I thought that my money was invested. Like, I thought that once you put the money in the Roth IRA, like it just starts investing, but it doesn't. This year I made a goal to start investing, and I looked into like the details in my different retirement accounts, and I found out that the money in my Roth IRA was actually in a money market account, which is different from a mutual fund or index fund. A mutual fund is a company that brings together money from other people and invests it in stocks, bonds, or other assets. The combined holdings of stocks, bonds, or other assets the fund owns are known as its portfolio. Each investor in the fund owns shares which represent a part of these holdings. That's a mutual fund, right? That's what I thought was in the Roth IRA, but it wasn't. It's actually a money market account. Money market accounts work much the same as other bank deposit accounts like savings or checking accounts. The idea is pretty straightforward. You put money in the account and the bank pays interest on your balance periodically according to the terms of the account. So this whole time, I thought that I was investing, right? And I wasn't. I was basically using my Roth IRA as a savings account. So, for this whole year, I would look at my account like maybe once every 3 months or something, and I'd notice like, the amount hasn't really changed. I thought like the stock market goes up and down. I thought that it should have changed, if not gone down or gone up. Like something should have happened, right? And it never did for like a whole year. And again, I was focused on other stuff, so I was like, whatever. And then it wasn't until January I was looking into everything, and that's when I realized why it wasn't growing. Like it grew a little, like a very small amount. Like a really small amount. And then I realized that all my money was in a money market account and I wasn't actually investing. So I'm making this video so that you guys do not make the same mistake that I made. And I don't want people to think that they're investing when they're actually not. So I did some research, did some digging, and found out how to actually invest in index funds with my Roth IRA. Hello, it's me in the future. Just wanted to pop in and give a little disclaimer that I am not a financial advisor or anything like that. I am literally someone just out here in the universe, sitting in my living room, making videos, and just wanted to tell you guys what happened to me, mistakes that I think that I made, and how I think that I've corrected them. But I'm not telling you that you should go and do these things. This is just what I did. So, disclaimer. I'm not liable for anything. This is using Fidelity. That's where my retirement accounts are. So if you're not using Fidelity, your platform may look a little different, but I think the same basics would apply. So let's go over to the computer. So here we are, we're inside my portfolio. So this is Fidelity. So if you have a Fidelity account, you would log in and then go to your portfolio, and this is what we're looking at. So over here, you have all of your accounts. So total, how much money you have in all of your accounts, and then it breaks it down if you have more than one. I have a Roth IRA. I still have this rollover IRA, which, to be honest, I don't know if I should get rid of or not, but it's just sitting there with nothing in it. And then I have a 401k from work. And then I also have a HSA account. So that combined has the total up here. And then you can click through those. So there's the summary, positions, all these other different things that you can look at. But what I want to show you is the balance history. So as you can see this flat line? That's what I was talking about from before, that my money wasn't growing. Literally nothing was happening. I think over the course of a month, I would gain like a penny. And I was like, what is going on? But I had other stuff to worry about, so I was just like, whatever. And then in January, one of my goals this year is to start investing. So sometime in January, I looked into this and I was like, oh, it's not growing because it's in a money market account and I'm not actually like investing in the stock market. So then I started doing that. My money immediately dropped. I guess the stock market was doing poorly around this time. So my money dropped, or the value of my stocks dropped. But then it has since gone up. And I think that's a combination of me contributing, one, but then also I think the stock market is doing better right now. So that's why it's gone up. So let's see. So that's my balance history. And if you go over here, here's the asset allocation. And this was really important. So right now it resembles growth. So you can see the majority of my money or my stocks are in domestic stock, a little bit in foreign stocks, and 27% in bonds. I'm not telling you that these are the right percentages. I am not a financial advisor or anything, so don't take my word for it. But this is what mine looks like right now. But before I started investing, you see the short term right now, that's only at 3%. But before it was at 100% because all of my money was in a money market account. So if we go to this tab, positions, so you can see the different symbols. They're called symbols. It's like a string of numbers. So right here, it was in the Fidelity government money market, and that's where my money was sitting. But then when I started investing, and these are the two that I chose. I'm not saying you have to choose these. That is not what I'm telling you, but this is what I chose. So I chose this Treasury bond index fund, and then I chose the Fidelity Zero Total Market Index Fund. So now this is what I'm investing in. Before I started, these two weren't here, and it was just the money market account. So let's go back to summary. So now you know that your money may just be sitting in a money market account, but if you want to start investing, this is what you would do. You would go up here to trade, and that's when you would pick which index funds you want to invest in. Then you can choose the transaction type. I want to invest in mutual funds. Okay, So then you can choose the symbol. And when you're choosing a symbol, you can do a new symbol or pick a new mutual fund, or you can select one that you already own. So I'm just gonna keep investing in the same ones. So I can pick either one of these. And I'm not actually gonna do it right now, but let's just go through the steps acting like I'm going to. So select. Oh, also up here, cash available to trade. So I currently have 1 penny right now because I actually, yesterday I did this and actually invested the money. So in hindsight, I should have filmed this yesterday, but oh well. So whatever money you have available to trade will be here. And then from there, you come down here and for your action, you would say buy, and then you can choose the amount. I only have, hold on. Okay. I only have 1 penny. So that's what I would put. And so as you can see, so where the transaction type is mutual funds, that's a symbol. This is the symbol written out, Fidelity Zero Total Market Index Fund. We're buying, and this is how much we would do. So then you preview the order. Gives you a warning. It's going to be completed at the next available price. So right now the price is $14.11. But when your transaction actually goes through, that number may be different. So it's just warning you. So it's buying 1 penny of this. So it's buying 1 penny of the Fidelity Zero Total Market Index Fund in the account Roth IRA. And then you would place the order. Again, I'm not going to go through this because I just did this yesterday. So that's how you would buy the stocks. If you wanted to contribute to your IRA, so first you have to put the money in your IRA, and then you use the money that's in your IRA to buy the stocks. So you would click this and it would basically connect your bank account to this Roth IRA, and you could set up auto payments and just pull money from your bank account, whatever amount you set, and then put it in the Roth IRA. And then once it's in the Roth IRA, you then use that money to buy the stocks. So over here, you can see how much you've contributed for each year. Last year, as I said, I didn't contribute, so that's at 0. And then this year, I've started contributing. And this is the limit. So every year, you can put a max of $6,000 into a Roth IRA. And that changes. I think the old limit was like $5,500. But right now, the limit is $6,000. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys now know how to invest and you're not going to make the same mistake that I was making for an entire year. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you leave some comments down below. Share the video if you think this would help anybody else. And make sure you're subscribed. And I'll see you next time. Bye.